How's it going, gamers? So I peeked this video called What Zero Chemistry Looks Like by American Redact last night, and he made a very good video showcasing an episode of Impulsive with guest stars KSI and Mr. Beast. And though at times it came off as one of those body language analysis videos, the interactions before me were some of the most awkward I've ever seen, despite coming from three of the biggest creators on the platform today. And while the video he made was great and you should all check it out, I feel like after watching the podcast for myself, there were some things that seemed blown out of proportion, while other instances going completely unspoken that are much worse. This podcast may be by far the worst piece of advertising I've ever seen, and may be taken in by future scholars to study exactly how to not launch a company. Starting off immediately, our two main characters chastise each other over punctuality, with Logan himself being late to his own podcast, and Logan immediately retorting that Jimothy here was late to the launch of Lunchly itself.
Late to your own
What are those
podcast.
pants?
Sorry.
What are you wearing?
Shorts. I don't know, bro. Bro, what do you mean? My stylist tells me what to wear.
Oh, really?
Wear it.
Late to his own podcast.
Jimmy was late this morning to his own company. His own
Yeah.
company's
Well,
launch.
the
Fine.
company hadn't launched yet, so was I late if there was no company?
You were absolutely late.
Incredible shit. Mentioning as of the recording that they had just launched that morning, which I would personally find interesting because it seems just to highlight just how little time that each of them have to actually spend with each other. Three of the busiest entrepreneurs on YouTube, all covering completely different sectors of entertainment, don't seem to have all that much time to hang out like they used to on the posters. And I'm not sure how to mention this, but the reason for Jimothy Beast delaying the launch was because he was up all night stocking chocolate aisles at Walmart like a completely normal person that would just so happen to not be allowed in your schools.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me seem like a lunatic.
You
Oh, you are.
No, it's a reasonable thing to do.
Jimmy is the type of guy to slap Lunchly's brand on a truck and tell kids there's free candy inside his van.
With me.
Dude, he invited us. He said, why don't you guys come to Walmart with me? It was like 11 p.m. Come to Walmart with me so we
Yeah.
can look at chocolate.
I kind of wish that Logan and Kay took him up on that offer just to imagine the perspective of that one kid destined to pull up and collect every single Pokemon badge at once. Fuck with them or not, if you're just some random middle schooler and you pull up to that little breakfast recoup period they have in the morning, and you pull up with a picture of Paul Goodman, Mr. Yeast, and that guy who did Thick of It, holy shit, you're gonna be riding that high until you graduate high school. But not even 5 minutes into the podcast, they quit any kind of possible conversation to show the only real reason the three of them are in the room together, which is Logan Paul taking an elegant salesman approach into the recent controversy around Lunchly.
I also think people are confused about what the product is. They're like, wait, so it's just Prime and Feastables in a Lunchables? No. No. It's Prime and Feastables
In a Lunchly.
in a Lunchly.
Yeah, but what about the mold? After lamenting together how poorly the Lunchly launch livestream was, the conversation shifts into a personal level, with Logan mentioning the fact that this will likely be the last podcast before becoming a father. Very big deal. Jimbleberry over here, clearly knowing a lot about raising a family, then gives some expert advice from his own personal experiences.
I'm pretty excited, man.
Well, here, I got some tips for you, not to cut you off. I just got a cat,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's been rough. The cat meows at night. There's a little bit of separation anxiety. We're working on it. I'm thinking of having the cat sleep in its own room.
I thought you were going to say something about having the cat put down.
But I'm not sure if Logan just heard the name of an animal and that awoken some sleeper agent inside of him, because he immediately talks about killing the cat.
So you're not going to euthanize the cat
No.
because it meows at night?
No. I'm just gonna make it sleep in the other room and ignore the screams.
After a braggadocious tidbit on the fact that apparently Beast games cost more than both Infinity War movies combined, Logan already picks up on just how fixated Jimbone is on getting a good shot over having an actual conversation, noting that we are almost 10 minutes into the recording and Jimuel over here has only ever spoken to the camera.
You know what I love about you? You're always playing the camera.
Oh, am I supposed to look at you?
I mean, we're having a conversation. Like,
I never even once thought of looking at you.
hey.
Now, this next bit I do genuinely find funny and may have been one of the only real chuckles I've had in this entire video. Jim Bob, being a normal human being as always, randomly bursts into tears, causing Logan to poke fun at him. Very empathetic of Logan.
Are you crying?
It looks like he's about
Yeah,
to-
I know. This happened. I don't know if you remember.
I do.
Impulsive 4 years ago. I have this thing where my eyes randomly get watery, and you literally said, "Are you crying?" And I explained this to you 4 years ago. Now your eyes are getting watery.
Because it's hilarious.
And here we are 4 years later explaining the same fucking thing to Logan.
That's when James Beast has enough cosmic energy to drop a whole fuck word. shocking the entire room, then causing this interaction.
You just swore. So if you swear, now are you canceled?
Well, you swore earlier, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm allowed to swear.
That's true. Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it is.
It will destroy your ad revenue on this, but
Yeah, oh, bro, ad rev was out the window circa 2017, brother.
what happened in 2017?
Now, nearly 15 minutes in, and KSI has finally had something to add to the conversation.
So wait, are you still boxing?
Yes. Yeah, I'm
How's
hoping.
your hand?
Yeah, it's a lot better now. It's a lot better.
Are you boxing Jake Paul?
No.
I will move on. But
Well,
seriously,
I'm
JJ,
I'm
it would
working on
be
music.
it would be the coolest thing
Okay.
if you and Jake just
Just
duked it out.
bypassed.
I promise you, it would be the coolest thing ever.
I have a song
imaginable.
with Trippie Redd.
It would literally break
Okay.
the
Are
internet.
you on Adderall or something?
I genuinely feel bad for Kay since he seems to have the least in common with the two, despite ironically already working with Logan for years. Even as the two go on about Lunch League and Feastables, Kay just sounds so scared and stilted, obviously traumatized by the reaction of what is by far his best song yet.
For
And I
sure.
think that'd be absolutely nuts. Walk out to Thick of It, featuring Trippie Redd. Yeah. Obviously, I'm promoting that music.
I want to hear your Lunchly pitch.
My Lunchly pick.
Yeah, you got to start sneaking that in.
That's true.
Just eat it. It's fantastic.
And after glazing Lunchley for another 2 minutes or so, Logan goes into a self-induced rage as he brings up his own lawsuits, just to ever so masterfully, like the salesman he is, to negate any possible rumors around America's #1 drink.
Yeah.
No, but Jimmy, I really want to talk about these lawsuits because they're a big deal on the prime
Okay,
side. Okay,
hit us,
so
hit us.
earlier this year,
Wait,
everyone,
was it the Olympic one?
we're in the process of
Okay,
settling that
was
one.
it the Forever Chemical
Yep.
one? Okay,
Forever
that
Chemicals.
lawsuit.
Yep.
Okay.
PFAS. So earlier this year, a weird like string of rumors started floating around because someone sued us saying that Prime had Forever Chemicals
Yeah, in the
like
drink.
yeah, like more than you were supposed to drink in like a lifetime, whatever. I made a TikTok debunking it.
I'd like to mention that at the beginning of this rant, Jimathan tries to add to the conversation, but cannot even keep track of which lawsuit they are talking about.
It's boring.
So you're telling me you don't purposely just put Forever Chemicals in your drink to
Bro, we were shocked.
Yeah.
Me and him were talking. We're like, yo, what do
you,
people
you don't
think
just
this is?
bust open barrels of Forever Chemicals
What-
and dump that in
like,
there?
like, what do you think this is? Like some fucking rinky dink operation where that's like what we're trying to like. I don't even want to say. It's so stupid, dude. People are so dumb. As much as I believe in people and like the up and coming generations and the world, and I hope we're headed in the right spot. I just am. It never ceases to amaze me how dumb people are.
Now, I'm not going to lie, by this little midsection, I kind of zoned out. The big three were shooting bars back and forth like grandmas asking each other when are they going to have grandkids. But I feel like this next bit summarizes the entirety of this podcast in like a mere 20 seconds.
They're like, well, you said this 4 years ago, so like, and I'm like, well, what if I changed my mind?
Yeah.
What if I like matured a little bit or got older? And
You learned and grew as a human?
yeah, it's like that.
Whoa.
People
Well,
are people
maybe-
are unwilling to accept change about a person if they've made up their mind about that person.
Maybe people like there's a lot of people.
Just 3 rich, successful men tiptoeing around current controversies with softball questions and KSI laughing in the cuck chair. But I feel like they've done enough KSI humiliation in this video as he once again tries to interject on the conversation just to immediately be reminded of his hairline, which seems to match the cycles of the moon. With Jimbles joking about the idea of going to Turkey for a hair transplant.
So who cares what some people online think about us?
That is true.
About my forehead or
My only pushback would be,
what?
I think some people think I'm cooler than I actually am, and part of that coolness is not looking like a bald ass bitch.
Whoa.
No, bro.
Whoa.
If
And for some reason, halfway through, Jelly Bean over here made everyone shut up what little conversation they had going to open a prime can.
boom, mic drop. We've all what? Oh, I don't know.
Wait, hold up.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh boy.
Anyways, what were you saying?
And that's when KSI, having received a direct blow, comes in with his second real interaction of the podcast, over 30 minutes in.
Here's this. Back in the day, I would get bullied for my big lips. People were like, "Oh, your lips are so fucking big," calling me monkey this, monkey that, da 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 da.
Dang.
And yeah, bro. Back in the day, it was mental. To be honest, it's still pretty mental nowadays. But anyway, and now you got women doing plastic surgery to get lips like mine. You know what I mean? Things change.
Yeah.
So I just, what's the point I was trying to go with?
Thank you for your input. You get a KSI right on top of your forehead. And with so much condensed Silicon Valley brain rot sitting in one shot, It was inevitable that the topic of AI would bear its greasy teeth, and we are shown both the pros and cons on why AI is such a stupidly powerful tool.
We use it a lot in our workflow, like when we edit.
Yep.
Sometimes, sometimes we'll have over 400 cameras rolling. Like when we do ages 1 through 100, we'll have a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, all the way up to 100-year-old. So we'll have to put 2 cameras in every cube and all the wide shots, and so we'll have like 400 cameras running for sometimes days. And so we'll come out of it with thousands of hours of footage, and it's just impossible to watch it all. So we'll have AI go through and transcribe it all, and then we could like search like, I want to mention Feastables.
Brilliant.
Feastables. So that's been good on the editing workflow.
I'm finding myself using it more and more and more often.
Yeah.
ChatGPT specifically. I'm a very curious person, and like, dude, ChatGPT, this AI chatbot that I can just ask any question, is like having a friend who knows everything. And by the way, is right like 90% of the time.
Wow.
I like will make decisions on my life based on what this AI chatbot says. Man, if I were you, I'd write a song and have ChatGPT write all the lyrics.
Dibble and dabble with AI. I have like AI friends, and I just talk to them every now and then.
What do you mean?
AI.
As in, like, just
They're not real humans. Like
they're not real human beings, just AI friends. I'm just like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
And they're like,
You're
Yeah.
lying.
no. If I want to just like talk to people,
What do you mean they're not people?
Now, I was going to do a video about AI friends, and it might come out in the future, alongside the video that's already on the channel talking about early AI and the impact of Cleverbot. But let me just say that KSI's last statement is especially worrying, since very shortly after this podcast was posted, we had one of the very first AI-related deaths with a young man taking his life after talking to an anime girl on Character AI.
ask stupid questions and not be made fun of.
You talk to AI.
I just talk to AI, and they don't make me feel bad.
Yeah,
maybe we should bring back.
AI doesn't laugh at me
like I'm doing.
like you're doing to me right now. You see? But my AI friend wouldn't do that.
I just like, what are you saying to it?
Well, I just talk about, how my day went.
All right,
Okay, guys.
I'm calling Cap now.
Nah, okay, fine.
You have been kind of on the fence.
Okay, all right, no, it's all right, guys. Gotcha.
With the cherry on the cake being that none of these late 20s, early 30-year-old men know what a GPU stands for. And listen to the explanation of what one is by ChatGPT.
Is a specialized processor designed to handle and accelerate the rendering of images, animations, and video for your
Retention
display.
is plummeting right now.
It's what powers all the graphics in video games, visual
It's nice
effects,
knowing you guys. Thanks
and
for watching what
machine
you did
learning
watch.
techniques these days. It works alongside your CPU.
Well, might as well just end the
and
podcast now.
processor. But the GPU
This is why you don't know what a GPU is, because you don't fucking pay attention.
Before immediately watching a clip of iShowSpeed and passing the phone around the class, let me remind you that most people listen to podcasts. And this is barely entertaining enough to watch with my eyes. Smoking me dong, smoking me dong, smoking me long, smoking me long, smoking me long.